And as a first presenter, I would like to Danny Ibarra to present his topic. You're welcome, Danny.
Hello, thank you. Um, Let me please. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Just a moment, please, because it's not easy. Ay, yo no sé qué pasa aquí. Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, so let me share the screen. Oh, okay. Can you see? Can you see it?
Yes, yes, we see it.
Diana, tú no me ves la cara, ¿no? Tú no se me ve la cara. Va. Hey, good morning. Greetings from Spain. I feel a pity for not being able to travel to Latvia, but with our laptops, I think it will be the same. My name is Daniel Ibarra. I'm a researcher at the University of Murcia. I am participating in the Life Salinas project, which is being developed in the south of Spain, on the shore of Mediterranean Sea. To be precise, in Murcia, region located between Andalusia and Valencia. I don't know if you know exactly where is it, because maybe it not very famous. So I recommended you to come here and visit our coastal example if you want. Okay. Um, with my mates, Diana, Gustavo, Pedro, Francisco Belmonte, and Jorge Sanchez Balibrea, I am the author of this work called Evolution of the Dunes Associated with Coastal Habitats in the Salinas y Arenales de San Pedro del Pinatar Regional Park. And okay, let's go. Uh, we could say that many of the action of Life Project, whatever it is, have a great scientific contribution. And for me, who is dedicated to research of the coastal areas, the action of dunes recovery is very interesting and special. So, uh, well, our dunes, I told it in the chat, no? It's not the are not the same that our dunes. Our dunes are very little. One of the action of this project, Salinas Life Salinas project, in which I participate, is the recovery of part of the dunes of the regional park of San Pedro del Pinatar. It's almost the same that you used to do in your project, in your action of dunes. Okay. Um, as you know, tuna beach systems are very important to the protection of coastal areas. I know that in Libya you have some this beautiful system, and I will have love to be there. But the system basically share the sand. Let's say that the dunes are the sedimentary stock of the beach. Well, here you can see the movements between the beach and the dunes. No? Um, we study the dunes from a geomorphological point of view. That is my principal question, but also from a vegetation point of view. In this case, we did it by studying the habitats. Well, here you can see the same picture that Jan is using in his presentation. Uh, Vegetation and geomorphology are related. In our area of study, the dunes are arranged at follows picture. And the highest part of the beach as the embryonic dunes. Behind them, there are four dunes, the secondary dunes, and not always the real dunes. The study area is located on the coast of our region, the region of Murcia. In the photo on the right, you can see a big lake, a big lagoon, and to the north, the part where we were. In the following presentation, Diana will tell you more about this regional park, this natural park. Okay. In the left picture, you can see the limits. You can see a lot of saltworks ponds, a port that is very important in the movement of the sediment, and the small part. Just in the north of the port and in the south, there a little area with some dunes. Well, here, okay, if we take a look at the area of the beaches, this is a study of beach erosion of the last decades. We see that the southern beach sees a great erosion, while in the north, the sediment of the beach was stable, or sometimes there a little aggression. This is because this port, San Pedro port, cuts of the coastal drift that carries the sediments. This port was built in the beginning of 20th century, and it was expanded in I think 1950 or so. Well, here you can see how the ports cut the drift. The red lines correspond to the zone of breakers and shoaling. Red line is the shoaling, and the left one is the break storm, wave storm. And blue lines is the main tendencies of the drift. Okay, the part cut the transport of the sediments, and there's no nourishment in this zone. There's almost no nourishment. In this study area, during the storm, the beach lost sand, and this is not renewed. The image of the right corresponds to the Gloria storm that took place last year. Imagine the big stocks of sediments in the lagoon, but there are not too much sediments to recover the dunes after the storm surge. Well, the damage caused by the storms on dunes, beach, and dune vegetation are strong, and the sand does not recover easily, because there is hardly and there are not nourishment, as I said. There are some of the damage caused by Storm Gloria. I think that the beach is about 20 meters. No? But how do we measure the relationship between habitat and dune erosion? Okay, I'll tell you. We use this software. I know that many of you will be familiar with them. The first one is Cloud Compare, 3D point cloud processing software from LIDAR data. The second one is QGIS. It's an open free, an open source geographic information systems software. And the last one is the use of GPS and LIDAR data. The LIDAR is laser imaging detection and ranging data. With the first program to compare, we try to manage this data. Well, the LIDAR data, if you don't know what is it exactly, is basically data obtained from lasers from an airplane shoots. Well, here you can see a point cloud of a very small area. We need millions of points to for spatial data processing to obtain a digital elevation model. When we got the digital elevation model, we can use this software. But before this, we need to, well, here you can see some screenshot. This is the plug compare software working with this data. You can see in the right picture the port and the north beaches and dunes. But on the other hand, we must digitalize areas taking into account all these characteristics of the dunes. When we have digitalized it, we get a complete database. We use the vegetation. We need to well, digitalize the vegetation. Know well the habitats. For the habitats, we use a very high quality aerial photography. We need to take the characteristic of type of zones, the associated with erosion, the conservation actions carried out. This action is the actions that are taken by your project, or Life Salinas project. Well, then when we have obtained the database, we overlay the rest of the years of LIDAR flights with this database. Let's say we cross the two types of spatial information. Well, I think okay. Here you can see some example of the results. But before this, we can talk about the results. Well, the main result is that the most eroded areas are those lacking vegetation, mainly blowouts. There are some three types of blowouts in this area. And we have a lot of problems. We have a lot of erosion problems with dune with poor or no vegetation cover. Well, the habitat areas that were most eroding during the period were those that contain the association of these habitats, 1210 and 2250. In the southern zone, where the height of the dunes is the average of the loss of the average. Sorry, because I have a lot of problem of load outside my laboratory. Just a moment. I will close the window. Okay. Loquísimo. Well, questo di questo. In contrast, the association contains the habitats with the association with the 1210 and 2110 association remained stable during the second period. The habitat areas that were most eroded during the period these 10 years were those that contained the association of habitats 1210, 1420, and 2215 in the south zone, where the age of the dunes lost an average of 10 centimeters. For conclusion, GIS and spatial data are a very effective tool for the study of coastal systems, despite the difference obtained between the erosion of the different habitats. This does not exceed the erosion of the unvegetated cover, and it's necessary to have new data to continue the study. For this, we need to fly a drone in the future. And well, it's all. Thank you for paying attention, and I think I will give the pass to my mate Diana.